Up next, viewers, tracking a breaking development from the Mumbai airport where a fire scare at the Mumbai airport took place when an Air India TAU vehicle had caught fire near the flight itself. We're being told that the fire has also been doused and there was no major accident as of now. There was no major injury as well. You can see those visuals on your screen, viewers, where the TAU vehicle in fact had caught fire near the flight itself, and that is why we see the authorities also reacting very prominently and taking control of the situation and dousing the fire that had broken out in a TAU vehicle near the flight, Air India flight, we're being told, as you can see in the visuals as well, that the authorities dousing the fire. And the latest update that we have gotten with respect to this fire scare is the entire fire has now been doused in the TAU vehicle. And you can see how those visuals on your screen, that a major scare in fact had taken place a while ago, and we had seen how the fire had broken out in this TAU vehicle, and those visuals really speaking for itself. You can see how close that TAU vehicle also was to the Air India flight, and the authorities acting very quickly and dousing that fire. And from our sources, the latest update that we have gotten is that fire is under control. The fire, in fact, has been doused. There was no major injury. There was no major accident as well that was reported. No major loss of property also, except for the TAU vehicle that had, in fact, caught on fire. And the fire has now, we're being told, been doused by the authorities after it had caught fire near the Air India flight. And for more details on this, let me go across to my colleague Yesha, who's joining us on the broadcast. Yesha, tell us more about this fire that had broken out near the Air India flight.
So yes, Priyanka, what we understand right now is that this fire which has broken out is in fact was a towing vehicle of the Air India flight is where the fire has broken out. There's been no confirmation as to the reason of fire or for that matter how this breakout from the official authorities of the airport as of now. But what we understand preliminary is that this fire has broken out and has been brought under control. In fact, by the authorities concerned over there, it was a basic fire is what we understand, though it obviously raises questions on the security at the airport, considering that a flight was right next to it and this was a vehicle which was used to tow the Air India flight. So it's just a basic preliminary information that has come out as of now from the airport, and the video that the viewers can see on their screen about the fire that has broken out in the towing vehicle of this Air India flight. Yes.
Well, yes, Yesha there getting us all the details of this fire that had broken out, and our sources now telling us that the fire has been doused and the situation is in fact under control. But Yesha, looking at those visuals and, looking at the location of this fire that had broken out near the flight itself, there is a major risk to the passengers as well as the other equipment. Other equipment that could have been caught on fire as well, looking at the proximity of this TAU vehicle near the flight itself, and the passengers also that might have been put at risk because of this fire that had broken out. But we have seen how the authorities have quickly tried to take the situation under control. Those dramatic visuals that you can see right next to the flight of Air India, where in fact this TAU vehicle had caught on fire, and Yesha, our colleague, also getting us the details of how this fire had broken out, and authorities got this fire under control. And we are being told from our sources as well that none of the passengers were put at risk, none of the other officials as well. The working staff of the airport, authorities as well, not put at risk and have gotten the fire under control, is the latest development that we have gotten from the Mumbai airport. And but those dramatic visuals really speaking for themselves, how near the flight itself, how this TAU vehicle had caught on fire. Yesha, is there going to be any more investigation as to how this fire had broken out? Because this is a major security problem as well, because the passengers were also put at risk because of this.
Yes, Priyanka, in fact, you're right. This is in fact a passenger security issue as well. at the airport because considering that this is a towing vehicle used for the flight, we can also see there are several of the people. There are several of staff members also who are present very much near the flight that we're talking about, and which is why now we understand is that of course the airport authorities and the TMC officials as well, because would look into this entire issue. In fact, it's a security issue, which is why it comes under the airport authorities, and which is when we understand that there might possibly be a reason that would be understood by the authorities as to why this fire had broken out. Now, this, like we say, is a towing vehicle used for the Air India flight that we're talking about, and this flight was very much in the airport premises and was about to take off, is what we understand basically from our sources. So, a basic investigation would also be carried out by the authorities. Yes.
Well, yes, Yesha there getting us all the details, and those visuals, viewers, really speaking for itself. Those dramatic visuals of how a tow vehicle had caught on fire right next to an Air India flight, but now we're being told that the fire has been doused and the situation is in fact under control.